cry. I'd be unhappy if you were blue. Through the years my love will grow. Like a river it will flow. It can't die because I'm so devoted to you. I'll never hurt you, I'll never lie, I'll never be untrue. I'll never give you reason to cry. I'd be unhappy if you were blue. Through the years my love will grow. Like a river it will flow. It can't die because I'm so devoted to you. That was Devoted to You by the Everly Brothers, and I played it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us. In just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything I just played. At the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along they might find helpful. But right now, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want hundreds more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each one with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along, just like this one, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. Okay, with my right hand, now, here we go, tutorial. I'm going to show you an easier way to do what I did. If you only have one finger on your right hand, or you have some other kind of disability, or you just don't want to work that hard, or you're a beginner's beginner and you just can't do this yet, complicated stuff, then I would suggest you can play the entire song like this. That's it. Down, down, up, down, down, up. The emphasis is on the first down, so down, down, up. Darling, you can count on me. See how that works? You can do the entire song that way. That'll work just fine. Now I'll show you what I did. In the intro, I did an arpeggio that was reminiscent of the guitar work that the Everly Brothers did, right? So I started out, I've got my, I'm going to go back and forth from a D to an A. I'll show you first, though. I'm starting out with my weak fingers on the D, which is kind of unusual. Normally you'd form a D this way, right? I'm forming it this way because that way I can just pick up these fingers and drop them down, and I switch back and forth from D to A. See there? That's it. That's a D. That's an A. That's all the movement I need. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to pluck the middle strings, and then the one closest to the ceiling, and the one closest to the floor, and the one closest to the ceiling again. So it's counting from the floor. That's the way we count them. It's second and third strings, fourth, first, fourth. That's it. That pattern is written out in the song sheet. Then the strum arpeggio that I do, I just go down with a simple index finger like that. That's my strum, right? Down, I'm plucking again with my thumb, and then the two middle strings. Sorry, yeah, that's right. And then my thumb again. So I'm actually only hitting the first string, the one closest to the floor. Well, actually only hitting that on my down strum. So that's how it's doing it. All right, that's it. Now, as far as the chord transitions go, I already showed you most of the time, maybe not all the time, but most of the time, I'm forming the D with my weak fingers just because I'm going to go back and forth between D and A like this, right? So the intro, D, A, D, A. And then the verse, darling, you can count on me till the sun dries up the sea. We're already halfway through the first verse. That's all we had to do, right? But now I have to switch. Okay, so now my index finger, if it's still sort of close on that A, it's just going to slide up one fret and then drop the other fingers around the G. So until, and now my ring finger is on the right string. It's going to slide down just one fret. And see how that works? You got the D. Right now, it's my, or actually, if I was doing it this way, my, what was I doing? Sorry, I'm getting confused. From that D, if you're forming a D this way, then I'm going to slide up to the G, and then I'm going to slide, this is my stability point, and then I'm going to slide it back down for that F sharp minor. Then I have to pick them all up and drop the E minor. Sorry about that, I have no other clues. Always, and pick them up again for that D. D. But then, my ring finger is just sliding up one fret, and I drop the others around that G. Devote. And now from there to the A, my index finger is the one that's just going to slide down one fret. That's all the movement it's doing. Devoted to you. Okay, chorus. More of these, you can't really connect to the chords. You just have to pick them up and drop them. So I've got an E, now I just have to pick them up and drop an E minor, sorry. I'll never hurt you, pick them up again and drop them to the F sharp minor. I'll never lie. I form that B minor this way with my index finger, barring the second fret, and then I get my ring finger out there on the fourth string. And again, just have to kind of pick them up and move them over to that E minor. I'll never be untrue. Now, from there, that's the same connection from the A to the D, right? You don't have to pick them up and drop. You can just drop two more fingers, and you've got that D. But then, you have to do the same thing again. Pick them all up and go over to the E minor. I'll never give you reason to cry. And again, no connection, just to the E. I'd be unhappy if, and here's how I did this. These are, higher chords up the neck. They're not crazy hard, but you can play the open versions of this. You can do, you were blue, right? You could do it that way with the lowest versions of an A, G, and then the last two chords. You can do that if you want to. You absolutely can. Nobody will make fun of you. You might even think it sounds better. But what I did, I was going higher. You'd be unhappy if just like the melody goes. You'd be unhappy if, I'd be unhappy if you were blue. I wanted to hear that going up and then stepping down. So I'm forming basically a closed G here, right? Here's a G, here's a closed G. I'm up two frets. You, and then I just slide down two frets. Were, and then back to the F sharp minor and E minor. Blue, and I'm back to the verse. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't give you as much help as I normally can on these chord transitions, but it seemed like a lot of them just jumped up and down. The last thing I'm going to talk about is that instrumental outro. Devoted to you. So what I did is I just kind of plucked. I'm just plucking with my right hand, right? And I'm only plucking my lowest three strings, the ones closest to the ceiling. So I've got that D, and now I pluck all four, so you can hear that melody, right? That's what I wanted to do. I wanted you to hear. Sorry. I'm screwing it up now. That's what I wanted you to hear. And the way we're doing it is three strings, now all four, and three again. And now I'm gonna form that A and drop. I'm gonna drop one finger down and just pluck that one, the third string from the floor. So, and then I drop the D again, and I play the top three strings, the three closest to the ceiling. So. I'm now going to play slow motion from the intro through the first verse and then the chorus, but I'm going to pretend that that's the second chorus. That way I'll repeat the third chorus without having done it the first time. So in other words, I'm going to skip the two boxes, the chorus and the verse. I'm going to go straight there, and then straight to the outro. That way I'll play every part of the song, but I'll only have to play the verse twice, and I won't repeat other parts. So here we go now. Starting with the intro in slow motion with the close-up on my chord changing hand. You know what though? I'm going to move this back so you can see both my hands. You don't need to see my face, but you probably want to see what I'm doing with my left or my right hand too. So the intro now, I'm going to start with that D formed with my weak fingers like that. So here we go. 5, 6, 7, and... to the chorus. I'll never hurt you, I'll never lie, I'll never be untrue, I'll never give you reason to cry, I'd be unhappy if you were blue. Verse 3, through the years my love will grow like a river, it will flow, it can't die because I'm so devoted to you. That's it. See you Wednesday. Bye.